Hello and welcome back to the Squadcast, the official podcast of Glasgow Warriors. Happy New Year to one and all, and thank you for tuning in at the start of another calendar year that will probably see Johnny Matthews score about 45 tries. Murphy, you're back as well?
I'm back.
Murphy's back.
2024.
How'd you spend your New Year?
It was actually up in next to Nessie at Loch Ness.
Oh, very nice.
At Foyers with fellow other Warriors.
Very nice.
It was really good, thanks.
No, lovely. It was a week off as well after the 1872 at Murrayfield.
Yeah, that was good as well. Retaining the trophy, so can't complain.
Shame about the result, but
yeah,
always
can't
good
win
to
them
have
all.
the silverware.
Can't win them all, but we were one trophy up, so we'll take it.
That's what we'll take. Just a general, we didn't really do a review of last year. Very quick fire
Year.
review. Like standout moment from the last calendar year.
Personally?
Either, personally, team, both, neither.
Jesus. I would say personally would be first start for Scotland. And then returning fit from a neck injury here, personally, that was a big step and a highlight. But as a team, I'd say the final.
Yeah, I
That's
can't
got to
really
be.
go past that, to be fair.
Yeah, shame about the result, but it's obviously a final, so we'll do one better this year.
At least one better.
Exactly.
Two competitions to go for.
Exactly.
First guest of 2024 as well. We have a returning. It's about a year since your last appearance on this. You were a guest host, as you reminded me earlier on. Ollie Smith, how are you?
I am well. Been better, but I'm still well.
Yeah, let's get that bit out of the way first. Obviously, you are out for the long term after a knee injury against Bayonne. How are you feeling? How is the knee? How is the rehab going 3 weeks into it?
The knee feels good. I have operation on Saturday, so the rehab pretty much starts after that.
Yep.
And then it's the long journey back. 9 months is looking at hopefully the time scale. But yeah, it's done now. So just batter into rehab and then come back stronger.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a hashtag.
Oh, yeah.
that is actually. I mean, I did kind of appreciate your use of Kelly Clarkson on your.
Yeah.
It was there. Yeah.
That was so I said to my girlfriend I was gonna put the post up to say like end of the season, yada yada yada, and I was gonna add the Kelly Clarkson song to the post, but my girlfriend didn't let me, so I thought I'd reshare the post and put the song on that. I thought it was very funny, jokey, haha.
What? Did I miss this?
You must.
No, so I put the post up.
What's the Kelly Clarkson thing?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah.
So that song, great song.
The
great song.
Squadcast brings you karaoke. There's our
And
new.
it's it's fitting.
It
Doesn't
is.
kill me. Come back stronger.
Indeed.
Heavier, faster.
Yeah, that's the plan.
More
Come
lean.
back faster, fitter, stronger. All the buzzwords.
We're on a red meat
Oh yeah,
craze just
red
now.
meat grind.
Nice.
We focus on that diet.
Fair.
Yeah.
You gonna join us?
I mean, I need no encouragement to suck into steak at any point, so we're all good with that.
Exactly.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. And don't eat enough red meat. Get lean. Look cool. Summer 2024.
There you go. That's actually your return date now. Is just summer 2024.
That would be a push.
I was gonna say.
It's more like
Autumn.
autumn 2024 is
Autumn,
the
fall.
push. Yeah. So
Back on the European trail this weekend. It's not really a great segue from Ollie's injury, but it was a European game, so
it was a
technically
European
counts.
game. Yeah.
You're a sad guy.
Exeter this weekend,
Exeter this weekend it is. What about it?
flying high in the Premiership. We're flying high-ish in the URC. I mean, we are third, I think, on it. So
That is pretty
Yeah.
high.
that's pretty high. General thoughts, general preview on that game. Obviously, they're going well. We're going well. Should be a pretty decent one.
Yeah, so Ollie watched the game against Northampton that weekend, so he said
Yes, I did watch Exeter Northampton. It was an outstanding game.
It was a good game.
It was
Yeah.
a very good game. But yeah, it seems like every time we play in the Champions Cup, we play Exeter.
It does seem to be that case. Yeah.
Just before COVID. That's what we played Exeter then? Or was that
We
just
played-
after COVID? I can't
Both.
remember.
We played them in both of those
Both, yeah.
seasons.
Yeah, no, Exeter, very good team. They've always had a lot of outgoings since last season.
very young.
Very young
Very
team,
young
but
this
it's a
year.
very good team. They look very, very good. Line speed team, so there's a lot of opportunities there in attack. But no, they didn't. The Northampton won in the end, didn't they?
Last minute game.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Rory Hutchinson with a try.
They took a very early lead, so we need to watch for that.
Quick
and
start for
Sandy
us.
Park's a hard place to go, I think.
Either of you
I have not
played there,
Not played there.
No.
No.
Before my time.
was trying to do
So
the maths
to
in my head because I remember you came the La Rochelle game here this season. We played Exeter and that's
The week after we lost Exeter, right? So yeah, that was the start of the.
Oh, fair enough. Well, you can watch along. You can watch along on TNT Sports and ITV/STV this weekend. And if you're in the Glasgow area, come down and watch Glasgow Warriors women take on the Wolfhounds in the Celtic Challenge. There's a watch party for the men's game beforehand, and you can buy a ticket for a tenner in the main stand to come and cheer on the women as they play their first ever home game. Shall we kick off?
Let's crack on.
Anyway.
Warriors, yeah. Next.
Okay, just a refresher for everybody who is a first-time listener in 2024. If you are, welcome, hello. In front of Murphy, we have the little scraps paper with the scenarios on them, some submitted by yours truly, some submitted by your listening colleagues, some just randomly pulled out of thin air by Molly, our communications assistant, who will kill me if I don't mention her name at this point. Murphy, you are going to pull them out and read them out.
Yeah.
Ollie, your job is to answer them as best you can, make sure people don't drop off in listeners.
Oh,
Yes.
Good to go. All right, fire in.
One warrior has been selected to run for president. Who are you hoping it is, and who do you hope it isn't?
Hope it is Richie Gray.
Oh yeah.
Hope it isn't Jackman.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. You'd forget his
You
policies.
forget that he was president.
Let's elaborate. Richie, the reasons. I mean, they're kind of self-evident.
Yeah,
but
Richie's self-explanatory, I feel.
yeah.
He's a good leader.
A wise man.
Yeah.
Good leader, dad knowledge.
He'd also
Looks,
probably be the tallest president in history, so we'd never have to worry
He
about
would
being
be,
imposed.
yeah.
looks good in the suit.
Wonder who the tallest president in history is.
If you know this, please comment on social media.
Yeah.
Abe.
Put it down below.
Abe.
Yeah,
Abe?
okay.
I'm guessing Abe.
don't know.
Should have seen the size of him. We met him. He's enormous. About 20 metre tall.
Yeah, he was tall.
Yeah, Jack. When the going gets tough for Jack, he just quits.
Yeah, no, he quits on himself.
We had a tough experience last night, playing some video games, and he wasn't happy with Gregor because Gregor wouldn't help him when he was, let's say, he was downed in a game.
And this game was
Fortnite,
okay.
new craze. But yeah, he got downed, and Gregor wouldn't revive him, and then he rage quit and turned his console
Turned his
off.
console off, took a headset off.
He wasn't happy. So yeah, when the going gets tough for Jack, I could see him just quitting out there early.
Yeah.
It's probably not a great quality in a president, to be fair.
No, I think it's purely only the game because he's an absolute grafter on the pitch, and yeah, I doubt.
That man puts his head in some scary places.
Sorry, we're just watching trains.
We're
Now, it's getting a bit
train
crazy.
right now, and Ross Thompson's
Go,
getting
Sheba!
crazy to load now.
But yeah, Richie Gray and Jack Mann for that one.
We should elaborate on the fact we're in a slightly different location to normal this week.
We're in the
we're
Bothy.
in the
What have you
Bothy,
from the
Scotstoun.
Bothy? If you'd like to sit in the Bothy for games, look at texts down below.
Tickets at the booth.
Yeah, I mean, places are still available in hospitality for the game against Toulon.
Buy your
next
tickets
weekend.
against Toulon,
Buy your
January
tickets.
the
19th.
19th
19th.
at
And you could
8 p.m.
get me and
8
Murphy
p.m.
speaking at you before the game. That would be fun.
yeah, if you're lucky.
There you go.
If
This
you're
is
lucky.
already a challenge of a recording.
Wee. Next one.
Next one.
Make a New Year's resolution for a teammate, and how long do you reckon it would last? From Rory, our biggest fan. Thanks,
Rory.
Rory.
Thank you, Rory.
Have a good New Year.
Rory.
Okay. New
New
Year's
Year's-
resolution. What are your standard New Year's resolutions? Let's not pick something standard. Like
The standard ones are
standard ones, like stop drinking alcohol,
lose weight.
lose weight.
Go to the gym more.
Yeah, like they're bog standard and they last a month, if that.
My one last year was read 10 pages of a book.
You
every
did
night.
that for a while.
I did that for about 4 months, and then I picked up a book that was really boring, and I lost it.
It's
So,
fiction or non-fiction?
I was into non-fiction and like
Yeah.
autobiographies.
Yep.
And I picked up this.
Any
rubbish book.
recommendations?
Guy Martin.
Oh,
Okay,
if
yeah,
you're
he's
in-
the guy with the sideburns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
The
good
mutton
one.
chops and side chops. He's good. Very interesting. Very peculiar character.
Yeah.
He's very good. I've read that one myself.
Yeah.
Very good.
I've read a couple of them.
Yeah. I'm getting into my reading now.
Plenty of time for it, isn't there?
Yeah, lots of time. Yeah, self-help.
Yeah. Blink twice if you need help.
I don't know. That's a tough one. New Year's resolutions.
Who would you give a resolution to?
I'm trying to think. So if someone like doesn't drive, learn to drive. That's a good resolution.
Yeah.
Tom Jordan doesn't drive. I know that. So maybe him.
Yeah.
Ben Afshar could release some new music.
That's the resolution for Ben.
Afshar, yeah. But
Okay.
we were in the airport to Bayonne, and we got delayed for a while. So Benny pulled out his laptop and was looking at his mixes. And from Jackman was rooming with him, listened to some, and apparently they're very, very good.
Okay.
We've not had a release from Ben Afshar in a couple of years. He's been on the down low. But his old
He's
stuff
cooking.
his old
Let him
stuff's decent.
cook.
Yeah, he's cooking up some sauce in the studio. So I reckon they could. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben Afshar release at least 2 songs in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
That's a
He
resolution.
said he's gone away from the actual vocals. He's gone more towards the
Yes.
DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing as well. He's got some good stuff in there. He was releasing songs when he was still at school, so
He was. He's a
that's a
highly
side
talented
hustle
human.
if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, he is.
What about yourself, Murphy? What you reckon?
Get injured less, is that?
That's just for yourself, is this?
Yeah, for myself, yeah. That would be nice. Would be very nice.
No.
Exactly. But no, I haven't set myself any this year.
Yeah.
Just getting on the grind, you know.
Quite fickle, aren't they? So I
Yeah.
feel
I put too much pressure on yourself in January.
Exactly,
To put New Year's
yeah.
resolutions.
Yeah.
January's a tough month to get through,
Yeah.
especially in Glasgow.
Anybody that you know has already failed a New Year's resolution?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
I don't know. We're only 9 days into it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So
you got one?
It'd be impressive.
No, I definitely don't.
Any of the staff mentioned anything?
Not that I know about. I think there's a few people that are doing the classic go to the gym more,
Um,
eat better.
Our
that sort of
physio, Josh,
stuff. Oh, yeah.
he's doing 75 hard. And if our listeners are not familiar with 75 hard,
Or not.
it is when there's a couple of things, I might not hit them all, but you only drink water, you exercise twice a day, one inside, one outside for 45 minutes each time.
Okay.
You can't do an hour and a half and take it off. You have to do 45 minutes. 1 minute, 45 minutes.
Reading.
Reading, yeah, that's 10 pages a day, I think, of non-fiction. And I feel like there's maybe something else.
And it's all, you have to do 75
days in a row.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's pretty hard.
I feel like the rewards from that would be pretty good.
Yeah, I can see the point in that.
Yeah.
So 9 days in out of 75.
No, he's
Yeah.
2 days in.
He's 2 days.
He's 2 days
Gave himself
in,
a
yeah.
little leave. That's
Because
fair
he
enough.
said that he hadn't set himself any targets because he runs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he'd maybe not signed up for a marathon or whatever. Because there's a couple of physios. We had guy Sean a couple of years ago. He ran marathons and he was very good at marathons.
What about Michael?
Mikey Clark, he ran a marathon. Yeah, he
Yeah.
ran a marathon. Then took
Yeah.
2 days off after it.
Yeah, they took him. It was slow boat to China he was on, but
Yeah.
that time he was on.
Yeah, he ran a marathon. That was funny, man. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Poor Mikey got showed
Yeah.
up by Sean the next week.
Yeah, I swear it was
5 hours.
no. Sean.
Oh,
run was
Sean.
2.
Yeah,
two
his was
something.
ridiculous.
It's crazy. Right.
Mikey was 5 hours, the poor boy.
Yeah.
Trained for about 3 months.
Yeah.
um,
But no, fair play to him.
yeah.
Running's not my favourite thing.
You're a
Well.
fullback.
Yeah, but it's running for the sake of running. Oh.
Okay.
Right. Question number 3. Whose phone is most likely to go off in a team meeting?
Have either of you had this happen to you in the past?
My phone's
you're-
always on Do Not Disturb.
Good plan.
Ross Thompson, I know, always
He's
turns his phone off.
He turns, I don't know why, but he's belt and braces. Do not disturb. Turns his phone off. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know how
don't
popular
know.
he thinks he is, but
I don't know. Tom Gordon?
yeah.
I feel like his phone would go off.
Shizzle probably because he's got a Nokia brick and that could. I doubt that it's got
Shizzle.
a muted button on it.
Yeah,
see
Shiz,
that.
funny guy.
It hasn't
guy.
happened recently, to be honest.
I
Um,
can't think of it happening for a while.
No, not
Nah, I'm
even units meetings. I haven't seen much of it in the forward units.
Matt Fagerson.
Xander just always turns up late. Because Franco's if a team meeting starts at 2, that means it starts at 1:57-ish.
Yeah.
And Xander just bowls in at 2 o'clock on the dot. Every single time.
Yeah.
I've seen the
Liberties.
new thing of smartwatches going off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, folk getting buzzes and not actually making noise, but more
Just
vibrating.
lighting up, yeah.
Yeah, and lighting up.
Yeah, that's
That's a
cool.
new thing.
Technology. Can answer the phone on your watch.
Yeah,
Pay for stuff with a watch. I've seen that before.
it's dangerous.
That was
You
dangerous.
get conned. But yeah, no one recently. just Tom Gordon and Shiz.
Should we also narrow this down to the fact that Wilson's now no longer in the team meeting, so there's less chance of them slipping speakers into your luggage or anything?
That's so bad. Yeah, that day haunts me forever.
Yeah.
Seeing all these little children's face and wives and stuff stood at the terminal, and I'm walking through the door.
Where was that? Was that
Glasgow Airport,
Yeah, but no. Come back from where?
South Africa.
The trip,
Was,
the trip where everybody got norovirus.
The trip that went wrong.
Yeah.
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 Jeez, that was
The
tough, man.
Best
I'm not gonna miss
holiday,
Durban this year,
best
I'll tell you.
holiday ever.
Yeah, because you didn't get it, did you?
Yeah.
You were one of the lucky
Yeah.
few who didn't get it.
But yeah, sweetly topped off with a finely executed plan from Wills, which
Yeah, outstanding.
he got thousands and thousands of views on
many
Instagram.
thousands.
Fisher, the DJ, he reposted it, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was at the time I remember seeing
That's
that.
crazy. Fisher
Or
knows
he
who I
reacted
am.
to it.
Fisher knows who I am. No, he doesn't. Yeah. Well, if you're wanting to know what we're talking about, go look at Wilson's Instagram and you'll see
It'll
one
be
of
there
his
somewhere, yeah.
many pranks that he pulled at Glasgow Airport.
Indeed. On that note.
Next.
Which player is first up on the dance floor on a night out?
Oh, there we go.
Depends on genre of music, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, you can give us anything from nightclub to ballroom if you feel like
Oh.
it.
Xander.
Oh,
Post World Cup, that's the
Oh.
most I've ever seen a guy dance in my life.
what about Sweat?
Him and Pierre screaming, gee, but jeepers.
Boo. Wee.
They were dancing a lot, and it was still pretty early on in the evening. It was like 8:30 or something, and we were like at a place having some drinks and some food and stuff like that. Quite civilized sit down,
Yeah.
and Pierre and Xander just dance off, and there was a lot of sweat.
Yeah.
on those two
He's
guys.
got to be the sweatiest man alive
Yeah.
on the dance floor.
Yeah,
It's yeah. There's
It's
no way
ridiculous.
of like tiptoeing around it. He's the sweatiest man on.
Yeah.
I reckon he sweats more on the dance floor than he does in a game.
once he starts as well, man,
Genuine.
there's no stopping that man. He's just on it.
And he drops low. He does everything. His flexibility is incredible.
It is, yeah, it's impressive.
But yeah, there was a couple times do you remember on Teeb
Yes,
in that like cave place?
yes,
and
yes.
he's got his shirt off dancing and oh my god, the sights there. Somebody came up to me. He was like, do you know that guy who looks like the yoo-hoo picks up a blowout? And I was like, yep, I do, unfortunately. It says Xander with his shirt off dancing on a table.
Yeah,
I've got no idea what you're on about there, but we're taking it.
That's
Yeah.
that what's that from? Is that How to Train Your Dragon or something?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I just know the sound.
Yeah, someone will know
Fair enough.
it. Looks like Xander apparently. But
Xander's first on the dance floor without a doubt.
first for sure.
Xander. It's not even close, apparently. You're not even mentioning
No.
anybody else's name in this regard.
No,
I mean,
it's
I've
Xander.
seen Darge do some body popping and
Yeah,
making
Dawes
us.
does like dancing.
He loves a wee two-step,
He does
body
like
popping.
dancing.
Get him
But
to
he's not first. I
no,
wouldn't say he's not first.
get him to a beach club
Start-
in Mykonos.
ends the show rather than gets it started.
Yeah.
The showstopper.
The showstopper.
But I'd say, yeah, I know. I'd say after a couple of waters, you'd see a few boys up on the dance floor.
Fair enough.
It's like a herd. What's that?
Herd mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once one goes,
Safety in numbers, I
Yes,
think, is how most
exactly.
other people would go with it.
yeah.
if you go up with Xander, you know you're going to be a sweet because his moves are horrible.
he'd
so-
probably just make you feel awkward.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
you're like a bit self-aware and he loses all that. It's good. I mean,
Yeah.
fair play to him. Just
Value for. But yeah. Xander, well done.
Moving on.
Oh, we're just getting started. Who is most likely to cancel plans last minute?
Either of you guilty of it?
Nah, I
I
wouldn't say.
feel like I could be sometimes. Maybe.
So how last minute is last minute? Are we
On the day is probably
on
last
the
minute.
day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, on the day. If it's been organised for a while.
Okay.
That could be last minute. I don't know.
There hasn't been many recently in terms of the friendship group. There hasn't been many last minute
Yeah.
cancellations. The one that strikes me is Jack. He's the only one that
He doesn't cancel. He's just always so late. Because I live with Jack Man, and there's like times where I know he said he's going somewhere. They say like 1:30, and it's
Still in the
about
flat.
20 past, and he's like just standing in the kitchen, and like, he's just like, oh yeah, it'd be 5 minutes, but it's like a 20-minute journey or something. He's just
timekeeping's not his
he's
speciality.
he's not great at timekeeping. Is
Was
our
that-
Jack?
That one time I went to Partick Duck Club, and he's he was at home. We'd all come from we were all doing rehab in here. So realistically, we were at a push in terms of time wise. Jack he was doing nothing.
Yeah, he was back.
And he turns up 50 minutes late, and he lived 10 minutes away. So yeah, Jack's interesting character, Jack.
Yeah, one of the good ones.
One of the good guys. But yeah, no, there's not been many late cancellations.
No.
Trying to think of any late minute cancellations to the Christmas social, but I think that was due to babies being born.
Yeah. Well, no, Fraz didn't come.
Was he down
He
to
was
come?
he was ill.
Oh yeah,
The phantom illness, the day of the social.
Phantom Fraser Brown illness.
You know, your point about babies, we should say congratulations to Enrique and Josef.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course.
Enrique Prieto.
Yeah.
With I don't want to try and pronounce her name.
I don't know.
Find some holding.
I
music
just
to play.
been. I just said.
So
I
we've
don't know
got
if you can
Seba's
even put this in.
Joaquina.
Joaquina.
Because it was like coming up to Christmas and the baby hadn't been born yet. I was saying, if it's born on Christmas, call it Jesus. So I just call it Jesus Prieto.
What's that translate to? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
What is congratulations in Spanish?
Felicidades. Or
Felicitas.
Felicitas. Felicitas.
Felicitas Prieto.
Wee baby girl named Felicitas, which means congratulations.
Lovely.
So
A lot of babies. A lot of
congratulations,
babies coming.
Enrique and Estefe.
Yeah.
He was. I was asking him all about it yesterday, and I was like, "How's it going?" He was like, "Oh, I'm not sleeping, but I'm loving life." Like he said, he was up at 5 a.m. and it was the first time he's seen her smile. So he said, he's like, I've got nothing to worry about in life at all.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even care if I'm up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. I've literally just got my little baby smiling at me for the first time. So
Gives you a nice bit of perspective, that.
yeah, that's very wholesome. That's the same as Keble yesterday. Keble said that since having a wee Lockie, he says nothing. You worry about nothing anymore except for obviously wee Lockie. He's like things that you worry about in day to day life now
Doesn't really
just
matter as much.
mean nothing.
Yeah.
Not that I'm planning on having one of my own anytime soon. But
Still long down the line.
yeah, we've got plenty of time for that. But yeah, it's good seeing everybody so happy and
Nice, yeah.
bringing up wee families in Glasgow.
Indeed.
Actually, I asked Seb about that earlier. I was like, "Is she Scottish?" And he's like, "No, she's got an Argentinian passport."
He's made sure of that very quickly.
yeah,
That's clever.
he has. He's a smart boy, him.
Yeah, indeed.
One more?
One more. Let's go.
Who? Oh! This is going to get taken by Ollie in his next few months. Who orders the most takeaways?
Oh. No, like I said at the top of the podcast, I am on a
Squadcast.
diet. The podcast. The Squadcast, sorry.
Yeah.
I am on a new diet plan. I'm not ordering as much
You also said
as I used
you've got
to.
Deliveroo at your fingertips.
Yes, I did. So my op is on Saturday.
Backtrack.
And I will hopefully be out of hospital on Saturday evening or Sunday morning, either or. My mum called the other day to offer. First of all, if I wanted to go home to the family house, I said no, it's fine. It would just be difficult if I need to come into training. So she then called me and said, I don't mind sleeping on the sofa for the next couple of days, which I thought was a lovely gesture.
Mm-hmm.
But I then felt a bit guilty for her sleeping on the sofa because it's a comfy sofa, but it's not good for you to
It's
sleep on
still
a
a
sofa.
sofa.
Yeah, it's still a sofa. And if she wanted to cook or clean for me, which was lovely. So I originally said to her, don't worry about it. I've got Deliveroo at my fingertips. This was before I did a big food shop and I now have a full fridge and I'm cooking nice meals. Had some salmon last night. It was absolutely
Very nice.
delightful. Just, because I'm not running for the next few months, so I need to watch what I eat
Yes.
or I will put on weight very quickly.
One of us.
So I will not be delivering as much. Although I did feel like I'd spent way too much money on my food shop. But then the same day, Jack, to throw his name in the hat again.
He's not coming out on this podcast.
Bye, Jack.
He ordered breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That's a bit too far.
Well, to make it matters even worse, he ordered from a cafe that is pretty much across the street from the flat.
Urban.
Yeah. I didn't want to disclose where my flat was. But
That's so bad.
Right across the road, and it still took an hour to come. And he did say that the delivery driver was giving him a judgy look, which I thought was completely fair enough.
Yeah.
But that then puts it in perspective because, takeaways every day are not cheap, especially on Deliveroo. So I probably will get the odd meal if I'm feeling sorry for myself.
We treat.
Yeah.
I know who was massive for it, which would take everyone by surprise, but Darge.
Oh, yeah?
Darge does like a takeaway.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I couldn't believe, for a man of that stature and the amount of takeaways he eats, his go-to, am I allowed to say brands and stuff?
Probably.
Okay, it was a 4+1 guys. That was his.
Yeah.
That was
There
his,
are other brands available.
Yep. That was his big one.
Yeah.
Religiously for ages.
It's good though.
And then
it's good though.
it does slap. But rather expensive. But the
It is
quality's
expensive,
there.
but
Quality's
it's
there.
good. Yeah.
And yeah, pizzas. It's genuinely endless. I wouldn't want to calculate how much he spent, especially last season.
Because sometimes it's just day of training. It's dark. You're so tired.
It does feel like this time of year would be the time that you'd fall into that.
You just feel a bit like, I can't be bothered cooking.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, you're maybe on the sofa, don't want to get up. It's so easy. It's way too easy.
Jeebus Brown.
Yeah, Gregor does a takeaway.
He does, but he's made that was actually I should have said that for the old question, the resolution question. His resolution this year is to cook at least 4 meals a week.
See, he
evening
can say that, but his brother and his girlfriend,
I think he said that he wants to do the actual cooking part.
Yeah.
That's his resolution.
Yeah.
But he was terrible for ordering and probably going out for food. But
it's just it's quite civilized to say finish a week of training, especially when you're doing rehab. Finish on a Friday, just go for some lunch.
I feel like that's acceptable.
I think that's acceptable.
Whereas
reward yourself.
Whereas a Monday, Tuesday night, and then on Thursday night, you're like,
Tuesday night's a hard one though. Wednesday day. You're like, I can lie in tomorrow, get a takeaway.
But I'm hands down putting Darge down for that for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's other culprits.
Yeah, I'd say similarly, Jack does order quite a bit, but he's the same as Darge. The makeup of that man is crazy.
Yeah.
He's a huge,
maybe we're doing something wrong.
Yeah, maybe we are. He's a huge human being.
My chicken
but
gnocchi.
I know what he eats when he cooks, and it's strictly proteins.
Is it not just
He
chicken burgers?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't cook chicken. He gave himself a gut infection.
Turkey burger. What is it? The burgers he?
Venison.
Venison burgers.
Loves venison burgers. So much so that was in my food shop.
Oh, there you go.
I got
Good
some
fortnight.
venison burgers. Yeah. Venison burgers he does eat chicken, but it's the breaded stuff that's already cooked. Stick it in the oven.
He's a child.
It's because
He eats chicken nuggets.
Yeah, just before COVID, he said he was ill for 8 weeks because he cooked himself chicken. But that's a very Jack thing to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, that seems like a chef.
It freaks him out. Yeah. Now uncooked chicken does freak him out a little bit.
Fair enough.
But,
Well, there you go.
Nice.
On that bombshell, that is the end of the first episode of Squadcast in 2024. Ollie, thank you very much for sticking around and joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure being on.
Always a pleasure having you. Murphy, as always,
As always,
a pleasure.
ladies and gents.
And we will be back
Ladies.
next week, ladies and gentlemen, before our game against Toulon here at Scotstoun, Friday the 19th of January. Kick-off 8 p.m. Buy your tickets, glasgowwarriors.org. In the meantime, get behind the women's team on Saturday as they take on the Wolfhounds here at Scotstoun. Tickets still available again at Glasgow.
Come on, the Warriors.
Make yourselves known, make yourselves heard, and we will see you again next week. In the meantime, he's been Ollie Smith, he's been Murphy Walker, I've been Craig Wright, and this has been the Glasgow Warriors Squadcast.